Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We will be going through the September to December 2023 mini catalog pre-order that I received yesterday. I have opened the box and I've organized things and put things together, so we'll go through them and you can all take a look at what I received. Let's go ahead and see if we can figure out if there's anyone on. And then I can see your comments. And there we are. Okay. I see two people on. So let's go ahead. Hello, Jennifer. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to comment and let me know that you're here. And then we'll get started. I took the cover away already. Let me put that back so you can take a look at the cover. That's all I can show you. Can't open it until September 6th when the catalog goes live to customers. This catalog will be live from the 6th of September to the 3rd of January 2024, and some of these things will be while supplies lasts. So we'll take a look, go through a few things, and let's go ahead and get started. Before we do get started, I just want to throw out the reminder there that if you earned bonus day coupons last month, you need to get those redeemed before the end of this month or they will be invalid. If you don't want to use, if there's nothing that you want to use them on and you have a friend who has some things that they'd like to purchase, you can give them your codes so that they don't go to waste. But who doesn't want to use their codes? Let's face it. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Well, I'm going to start with the items from the suites. This is the iridescent adhesive back discs. These are from the Merry and Bold Bright suite, and that is all I got from that suite, that I purchased from that suite. They are very, very, very thin and very shiny. You get Poppy Parade, Pool Party, Melon Mambo, White, and Granny Apple Green. And you get 200 pieces total. So those will be great additions to any card because they won't cost extra to mail. Okay, then let's get into the Berry Christmas suite. And while we're doing that, I'm going to grab some paper that isn't actually from the Berry Christmas suite, but it does coordinate with the Berry Christmas suite. This is called A Walk in the Forest, and this is our Making a Difference fundraiser item this season. $3 of every pack of this paper will go to a cause. Let me see. It's something to do with nature. They're going to donate the $3 to support organizations that are dedicated to spreading cheer and providing support to those in need. Okay, so that's where your $3 will go to. This is the A side of this paper, and the punch, this bear punch that comes in the very cute bundle right here. We've got photopolymer stamp set. and a coordinating punch. This punch will punch out these left-facing bears right here. There's only a few on the page that it will punch out, but it does punch out these few. Okay, so we've got, this is the B side. And I'll have to look, I forgot to write down the colors for this. So this is balmy blue, cherry cobbler, garden green, old olive, pecan pie, and pretty peacock. I split this pack of paper with a fellow demonstrator, so I don't have the piece that tells me what the colors are. This tree here will coordinate with another stamp set and bundle, die bundle in the catalog called Merry Trees. So you'll be able to cut out these larger trees, and maybe this one too. I don't have that bundle, so I can't really speak as to what exactly it will cut, but I know it will coordinate with that tree because Stampin' Up! Has told us that. So here is a nice balmy blue and white pattern. We've got some pine boughs. This piece. Okay. And then another stripe pattern on the back of that one. And then balmy blue and white trees and a snowflake pattern on the back. Okay. So we've got that. And for the rest of that suite, I don't have the Berry Christmas Designer Series paper that comes in that suite. I did order it, however, it didn't make it into my box, and so I've had to email Stampin' Up! To let them know that that was forgotten. These are called the Adhesive Back Glitter Sequins. They come in blue, white, and old olive. You get 4mm and 5mm size, and they are, again, extremely thin and very shiny. A lot of sparkle in those. Okay. And of course they're going to be stubborn and not go back in the package. Okay, now we have the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. This is a 6x6 folder, and I've already embossed that just so that you can see what that looks like. Let me see if I can do a better job on the lighting here. I don't know if that's going to help or not. Looks like it did. I might need to close the blinds. I've got a lot of natural light coming in right now. So there's that pattern. Maybe now you can see it a little better. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. Then I have the Berry Christmas cards and envelopes. You get 20 cards and envelopes, 10 each of the 2 designs. And then you get the coordinating envelopes that go with those. Okay. So that's what I received from the Berry Christmas suite, along of course with that stamp and punch bundle, which I'll show you one more time. Okay, so I've got those. The next suite that I have items from is the Magical Meadow. And do I have, nope, I don't have that paper either. So I've just got the Stampin' die bundle. This has 13 dies. So these pieces here we'll cut out the stamped images, including these two right here. And then you've got 3 sentiments. The colder weather brings us together. May this season of sparkle bring joy and delight and winter wishes. And then in addition, you get some extra pieces to just die cut some foliage. Okay, so that's Magical Meadow. There is coordinating paper, ribbon gems. I did not get the gems because the gems were on the large size for me. I'm going to be honest with you. They were just a little too large. So the next suite that I have items from is called Autumn Leaves. And I don't have the paper for this yet. I split some paper with a fellow demonstrator, and so I'm waiting for her order to come in too. So this is the Copper and Natural Ribbon Combo Pack. And this is the copper. It's very, very shiny. Okay. There's that. And it's thin, and it does tie a nice bow without a ton of bulk. Okay, I'll show you a sample that I used this ribbon on in later on. And then there's also this Copper and Natural Trim, and this has a very luxurious feel. It's almost has, I don't know, it's very, has a sheen to it. You can tie a nice bow, but of course you're not going to tie a bow this big on a card. This would definitely be a package that you would want to tie this with. I did not get this for tying bows on cards, of course. What I got it for was that I can take and cut the edge off, and then I can shred it and use the shreddy pieces. These, all you have to do is cut the edge off and then grab these little pieces like so and pull them. And then you have some really nice fibers for making ribbons and bows. Okay, so we've got that. Let's go ahead and put this away. And I'll show you a sample that I made using this later on as well. Okay, so let's set that aside. Then we have the Autumn Leaves bundle. This is a $1 million sales achiever stamp set. And then it has coordinating dies. It's photopolymer. And this was inspired by Amy Conders. And you get all of these pieces will cut, well, I don't think these pieces actually cut because you're going to cut these instead. You're not, yeah. These don't, these leaves cut, and then you can add the veins. These pieces are texture pieces. You get 2 really nice labels to go for your sentiments. And then you also have this little label that will do the smaller sentiments. Okay, so this is fabulous because it does have the smaller sentiments. Now it is shown on the back at 80%, so the inside picture is a more a better representation of size. Okay, moving on. We've got the adhesive backed speckled dots. And these come in Copper Clay, Crumb Cake, Moody Mauve, and Mossy Meadow. And I don't know if I can get these up here so you can see the gold flecks that are in these dots. We've got those. Okay, I'll put that back in later. I'll have a crafter math when I get done. That will need cleaned up. Okay, so I've got those. And finally, from that suite that I have is the Distress Tile 3D embossing folder. And I embossed this in copper clay. This is a smaller folder than the Snowflake Sky, but you can see the texture that that gives. I'm having trouble with my Facebook on my laptop. Let me see if I can refresh that and make the green screen go away. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to leave this piece out because I want to show you something with that in a minute. All right, so that's all of the pieces that I got from the suites. Now, here's some bundles. We've got the St. Nicholas bundle. This is a Stampin' Die bundle, and this is the red rubber. Nice vintage Santas. You've got 2 Santas and the sack. This is a mailbox. 4 sentiments. May the Christmas season fill your home. Many merry thoughts and wishes. A simple letter sent to say thinking of you this Christmas day. And then with joy, peace, and love. And then you've got some holiday goodies over here. Okay. And look at all those dies. 21 dies in this coordinating set. This will cut out the Santas. You've got the mailbox, the goodies, and this will cut out the pack. And then you have all these hearth building pieces so that you can have Santa standing in front of the hearth with the stockings hung. This will texturize your chimney. One of these actually cuts holes so you can put the chimney. So you've got a chimney top and then the chimney piece, and then you've got this texture piece as well. This die here will actually cut bricks if you want to add bricks, pop them up and stand them out. And then you can even have a fire. These are the logs and these are the flames. And this cuts out in 2 pieces so that you can use perhaps a yellow and an orange to make your flames look more realistic. This is a really neat Stampin' Die bundle. And then we have Forever Forest. This too is a cling stamp set. And the dies are the star of the show here. Okay, so you've got an embossed mountain piece. You've got embossed rocks, embossed clouds, and then these open dies here will cut the trees. You can cut out the moon from the stamp set here. You've got stars, and then you've got some detailed tree pieces. Just a fabulous all around, all year long, all occasion stamp set, and will make some really nice masculine cards if you're in the market for that. Thank you for sharing, Jennifer. Okay, so next I have the Winter Owls, and this is a stamp and die set. I should have cut some of these and put one of these together, but I just didn't get to that. So we've got red rubber, 9 stamps, and then we've got the Winter Owl dies And you can make a tree, and this piece embosses. And you've got a circle for the little moon. All of the owls on here cut out, and then you can build a special owl with these fancy wings and cut out pieces here. So you can just do that way, or you can add the fancy wings to the owl as well. And then you've got 2 branches to use at will. And of course you can put those trees and branches with just about anything. Okay, so that's the winter owls. Next we have rustic crate. Oh, and I meant to cut one of these out and show you how to put it together. This is a photopolymer stamp set, and it has something for all seasons. You've got the fall, poinsettias for the Christmas season, and then some herbs or shrubs for all year long. Okay, so then we've got the dies, and these 2 pieces go together to make a 3D crate. It's a very, very small crate, and you probably aren't going to put more than just a mini Ghirardelli or something in that. You've got a handle. This creates a name a plate for the front of it so that you can put "for you" on it, or you could write whatever, find another sentiment from another stamp set to fit in there. Then you've got this die that cuts out the word hello, and of course it cuts out the stamped images and this piece as well. And then it has a couple of gloves that you can use, or I'm going to come up with something. Somebody is going to come up with something spooky for that, I'm sure. And then these pieces go on the sides of the crate so that for decoration. Okay, so we've got those. I need to move down a little, don't I? Okay, so that is rustic crate. And next I have tricks and treats. And while this doesn't have necessarily coordinating paper, I did purchase the Halloween paper, Them Bones. That's in the mini catalog. It goes with the suite, the Bag of Bones suite. Actually, they call it Them Bones. Okay, so you've got this piece that you can cut and make 6 card fronts, and then still have a piece through the center. And this is the back side of that. Okay, so then you've got Starry Sky with some bats on the back. And let's see, the colors that are in this are Basic Black, Cajun Craze, Pumpkin Pie, and Starry Sky. Here's the other piece. You get 6 double-sided designs, and you get 2 of each. Okay, so here is the front and the back of that one. We've got the front and the back of this one, and hopefully both of those are in there for you. Okay, so got this piece, and then this is the other side, and this is the other stamp and die bundle that's in this set. It's called Bag of Bones. And it has just the cutest little skeletons. And finally, for the last piece, we've got the piece that you can cut all of these different, you just cut here, then you've got all these pieces that you can use on your card fronts. And of course you get 2 of those, so you can do it twice if you wish to. And that again was called Them Bones. Go ahead and refresh my screen because I'm not seeing any comments. All right. And then our next bundle, I forgot to show you guys the stamps, the Halloween stamps. Also in the Them Bones suite is these glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts. I don't know if you can see the color. Get that. Let's see. No, probably not. It's not showing up. Well, I guess there is a hint of the pink and green that show up on there. So that is part of the Them Bones suite. And then we have Tricks and Treats. There's only 2 true Halloween stamp and die sets. So we've got a photopolymer stamp set here with 12 stamps that you can make Frankenstein and Dracula with. And then you've got Haunted House, Trick or Treat, and Eek. We've got a tiny little ghost there. And these are the star of the show here. With this die set, you can make a bag or a box. And the finished size will be 3 by 4 inches. We've got Boo that will cut out. These 3 dies, 1, 2, and 3, will make a candy corn. And then these 2 dies that look a little funky here, these are so that you can put the holes in the top of your bag if you want to put ribbon through, and you don't have to worry about getting them even. Okay? If you use Designer Series paper, you can easily cut through 2 layers at the same time. Okay? And then you've got a tag, a ghost. Here's another tag. This is Dracula's head, and this is Frankenstein's head right here. So a couple of tags. Well, actually, you've got 3 tags. Boo, and then the pieces to cut along with the candy corn and the treat bag. Really nice set of dies, and if you need to make Halloween treats, this is the set for you. Oh, and I forgot to mention that you can take this stamp and either put hair on Frankenstein's head, or you can make your treat bag have a decorative edge. Okay, got that. Next we have Light the Sky. Again, a photopolymer stamp set. You get 12 stamps. The only stamp in this set that is cut out by the dies is this one right here. And then other than that, these dies cut holes in your paper so that you can put sparkly paper behind it and have your fireworks show through your paper. So you've got 2 of those, 3 of those that will do that. Then you have 2 texture pieces that don't cut, they just leave texture on whatever you put them on. And then this one cuts out that firework right there. Okay? I'm hoping I'm in the frame. I keep looking up and seeing that I'm pretty high on the table. Okay. This is a standalone set of dies that I got. This is called Deckled Circles. 14 layering deckled circles. The largest is 5 3/4 inches in circumference. And the smallest is around an inch. So you have them going up from 1 inch to 5 3/4. And of course the 5 3/4 won't even fit on your card. So let's see, I've got a card base here. See how far we have to go down to get it to fit. Okay, so this one maybe will fit. So that's the 5th one down. So for sure you can fit this one on the card. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that you could use for cards. The rest you'll have to use for scrapbooking, or another fabulous idea is to take these and fold over a piece of paper and then cut your circle on the edge, and then you will have a circle card. So you could do that with a square piece of paper and make yourself a nice circular card. Okay, so this is a staple for your craft room. Deckled circles. Then I've got a couple of, I've got a standalone stamp set that is a $1 Million Sales Achiever stamp set. This is called So Sincere. This is inspired by Sandy Hancock. And it is all sentiments. And I love this happy birthday vertical. Knowing you brings joy into my heart. Just love spending time with you. Be grateful for what you have. Be proud of who you are. Hope your day is a happy one. Your kindness is so appreciated. So thankful for you. Hope you're feeling better soon. You're in my hearts and prayers just for you, and so very proud of you. Okay, so this is a cling rubber stamp set. Okay. And then we have the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. This is a new set of masks that we have. You get 3 background, snowflakes, leaves, and a houndstooth. So you get those 3. And then these 4 that you get coordinate with each other so that you can build a sunflower and leaves. And the way these work is that it has a little notch here and there's a number for you. So you put number 1 down with the notch, put a little mark, excuse me, on your paper, ink that up, put down number 2 in the exact same spot with your mark here. Ink up your leaves. Then put down number 3. And this coordinates directly with the centers of the sunflowers. So this will give you a large center. And then finally number 4 fills in some of that and gives you more detail in the center. And I did take some time to play with some of these. So I have some samples for you of those. So I took and sponged this. Now the way I did this was I took the sunflower here and I inked that up in Moody Mauve. Okay. And then I took one of the decorative masks, not front, that we currently have in the catalog, and I just placed it over the top and inked it up very lightly in Bubble Bath. And then I came back in and put my leaves on, and then added the circles in pecan pie, and then went back with early espresso and finished it up. Okay, so that's how I did that. And then I also inked up the leaves, and I did this with my mini blending brushes, and I used crushed curry, old olive, copper clay, berry burst, and Cajun craze on this. And this is what I thought. I haven't quite finished this card, but I had this deckled rectangle left over from, I cut it out of the center of a background piece that I was using, and I didn't want to waste the whole thing because I was putting a piece on top of it. So this is what I cut out of the center of that piece. And then I added that copper metallic ribbon from the combo pack, copper and natural ribbon combo pack. And I thought that when I get a chance, I might finish this off with a copper clay card base and take that distressed tile background that I created in the copper clay, add that, and then I think all it needs is a sentiment, and then that card could be done. Okay, so there's just an idea for you, something that would be quick and simple. And you could take any of these greetings from the So Sincere and put on here. Okay, so we've got those. Now, I promised you I would show you how I used the natural ribbon, and this is actually another sample card that I made today using those Abundant Beauty decorative masks. And this one's done in lemon lolly, crushed curry, early espresso, and pecan pie. And then this sentiment comes from So Sincere. The die cut is from the Daisy stamp set, and this is actually the very edge that I cut off of this ribbon, and then I just put it in or tied it in a bow. It's actually the very, very edge, the stitched edge that I had cut off. Okay, so that's how I used that ribbon on my card. Just wanted to show you how easy it is to make a card with those Abundant Beauty decorative masks, and just how beautiful they turn out. Okay, here's a second example. With this one, the only difference, I used the threads to make my bow here, and then I added the Stitched with Whimsy die along the outer edge to give that a finished look. I really like it with the Stitched with Whimsy on the outer edge. Okay, so what I just have the paper left, a couple pieces. Oh, I forgot to pull this one out with the autumn suite, because this is actually included in the autumn suite of products. It's oxidized copper 12 by 12. You get 4 sheets, and they're single-sided. There's nothing on the back, and you get these 2 designs. Pull those out of the way here so you can get a good look at those designs. Okay. So this one is in the copper. You've got a shiny and a matte finish, and then with this one you've got Pretty Peacock and a shiny finish on the copper, along with some matte background splatters there too. Beautiful paper. Okay, and then the last item that I have to show you is the Oh Holy Night Designer Series paper. I did not get any of this suite as of yet. I didn't get any on the pre-order. So I'll just show you the paper. This is a beautiful pack of paper. One that you might have a hard time cutting up. Okay, and I've already split this pack with my friend. So front and back. And then you've got the front. And the back. Front. Back. This is actually, well, I don't know whether this is the front or the back. Couldn't really tell you on this particular piece of paper. A side, B side. This is meant to go with the nativity scene bundle, Oh Holy Night, or Oh Night Divine. I'm not sure which one of those it's called, but one of them. It's a greeting stamp set, and then it has dies that have the Holy Family, Shepherd, Wise Man, Camel, Stars. And then here's the back side of that. And finally, you've got the starry paper, and then a neutral background. Okay, and that is everything that I received in my order. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm happy that you took the time out of your busy day to spend some time with me and check out those new items. And you will be seeing more from me in the weeks to come using those products. So have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Daylight Time, I guess is where we're at. All right, good night.